Welcome to Cherry Blossom Yoga. I'm Robin Dinerman. This is a half-hour hatha yoga class for beginning and continuing students. Usually when I have some new students, I receive a request for, can we do salute to the sun? And the people in my class who've been with me a while go, she hates it, she won't do it. So, which is pretty much true. But I will do salute to the moon. So the other day had a request for salute to the sun. We did salute to the moon. And then I said, maybe I should research this a little bit. So I got online and read through some blogs, articles, looked at different charts of positions for both salute to the sun, Surya Namaskar, and salute to the moon, Chandra Namaskar. Surya, sun, Chandra, moon. So this is all part of the philosophy of yoga, being balanced, finding your balance. So the salute to the sun warms you up. It's an energizing routine. So it is fairly strenuous. In fact, if you were to do 5, 6, 7 repetitions of both sides, you would bring your heart rate up quite a bit. So it's energizing, warm, yang, like in yin and yang, and aggressive, fierce. Salute to the moon, Chandra, is cooling, more peaceful, releases tension, provides a means to achieve peace. So doing both will balance you out. Now I tend to do salute to the moon because I like to cool down and slow myself down. On the other hand, lately I've been thinking maybe I need to energize a little bit more. And those articles kind of spurred me to develop something here. What I found was there's no one way to do salute to the moon, no one way to do salute to the sun. So doing some reading and watching some videos, I came up with my own version. Salute to the moon, I haven't changed. I do the same one that I did when I was a beginner, and I like it a lot, and so do my students. So we'll stick with that, but remember, if you want to make any modifications, either to do something more strenuous or something more peaceful, or hold yourself in place for a longer time in any position and just breathe, that's fine. And if you find you're not able to do the lunges that we do in Salute to the Sun, that's okay. You can modify that. So here's a big difference between the two. The lunges in Salute to the Sun stretch the groin and also the psoas muscle, which is inside your pelvis and attaches to the spine. So keeping those areas, the muscles there, toned is important to keeping your insides in place. Of course, it helps your posture. Salute to the moon is more of a long back and hinges with a flat back. And it requires a bit more balance because you go from the triangle pose, Trikonasana, into the warrior pose, Virabhadrasana. So let's get started. Come into Tadasana. Move your feet around a little and then press down evenly through the soles of your feet. Feel the metatarsals press down, the heels press down. You can lift the toes, move them around a little. Bring your shoulders forward, back. Do a couple shoulder rolls forward and back. And then bring your mind up from the soles of your feet all the way up your spine to the base of your neck. Reach up through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath, pulling the air into your nostrils. down your throat, letting it fill your whole body, letting the belly muscles soften, and then exhaling, tightening the belly. You can even press a little bit against the navel area and release the warm, moist air. Take another deep breath. Stand tall, shoulders above hips, hips above knees, knees above ankles, aligning muscles and bones. And then think of your center line. And this is especially helpful during these two sequences. Both sequences are known as vinyasas. So it's a sequence of poses that flow one into the other, and then either reverse or you repeat it on the other side, so everything is balanced, always coming to center. So throughout the practice today, remind yourself to breathe deeply and also to focus on your center line. Beginning in Tadasana with your hands at your heart in prayer position. I have my thumbs locked. Gently breathe in and exhale. Inhale up, hands above the head. Now if your shoulders are up high, lower them down. You just need the long arms, hands above the head. A lot of people have the hands forward. So bring them back so your arms are alongside your ears. Now breathe in and exhale, lean a bit to one side. Inhale, center, and lean to the other side. Inhale, center. Now we're going to do a slight back bend. So first, firm your buttocks. This will also tighten your thighs. This helps support the lower back. Breathing in, and then you're going to arch the back slightly. Let the eyes look up, but don't drop your head back. Looking up, and then back to center. Breathe in, reaching up, and exhale, bend your knees, place your hands lightly on your thighs. So you want to feel that your feet are pressing down and you're not lifting forward or you're going to tip forward. So you need to put a little effort into pushing the heels down. And link the thumbs, come up. And if you want to do that little back bend, you can, firming the buttocks. And exhale, the hands come down. Bring your elbows in towards your hips. And a third time up, buttocks firm, little arch back, back to center and pause. So that's the beginning of our modified salute to the sun. So let's practice that again. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out, leaning to the side, into center. Exhale, leaning to the other side. Inhale, center. Firm the buttocks, little arch backward, and bring the hands down to the thighs. Link the thumbs, lift up again. Lengthen your spine and exhale down. And link again, come on up. And then this third time, coming down to the floor, you can either remain here and make different movements, such as bending your knees, back and forth, kind of oiling your joints. Try to flatten your back, which means don't let your head hang forward. Drop the shoulders. There's a lot to do just to hold this posture. Now, if you're able, with your knees bent, come down to the floor and touch the floor. So my fingers and hands are just slightly in front of my shoulders. And I'm doing this partly for balance. Now, what I'm going to do from this position is I'm going to turn so you can see my lunge. You can stay right as you are on your mat. here I am. Now, I'm going to carefully move the foot back and walk the hands back and let the foot slide until my knee is over the ankle. My thigh is under my arm. I'm on my fingertips, pressing down mostly with the first two fingers and the thumb. The head stays up and the neck is long. So you're in the lunge, you're getting that nice psoas muscle stretch. Now, coming out of the lunge, figure out what works for you. You might want to bring your knee down and then slowly slide in. If that's too much for your knee, you can bring the foot in gradually by walking your hands forward. So in a typical sun salute, you go from the lunge into a downward dog, and then down to the floor into a cobra, some other position, come back up in the dog, back to the lunge, and so forth, which I used to do every day about 20 years ago, but that was 20 years ago. So now I lift up, inhaling, and back to center, hands to the heart, and you've completed one round of Surya Namaskar. So we start again to do the other side. So the left foot will go back. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center, arching back. Exhale, the first of three. 1. Come up. 2 and 3. And coming down. So now we're going to slide the left leg back. And the right knee is over the ankle. The back of the neck is lifted. You're extending the neck. You can actually balance like this if you want to, if you have this proper alignment. So from here, I'm going to slide the foot back in gradually. Link the thumbs together, come up, back to center, and pause. And that's a complete round of modified sun salute. You might be feeling a little warm now. That's the idea, is to get energized doing the sun salute, glowing. So we're going to take a break and come back to Cherry Blossom Yoga to do the salute to the moon and slow down, calm down, become peaceful and serene. Back in a moment.
Whether it's advice on managing your anxiety or tools to help you stay grounded, Coping-19 provides a range of resources and self-care tips to help you cope with this pandemic. We can help. Find the resources that work best for you at coping-19.org.
Welcome back to Cherry Blossom Yoga. We're going to begin the Salute to the Moon, Chandra Namaskar. And I love this one because it has some long body stretches and triangle, one of my favorite poses. Just one note before we get started is that you'll find that you'll need to pivot on the ball of your foot and on the heel of the foot. So you're kind of switching by pivoting on the heel and on the toe. And I will mention that as we get to it. So that's part of the way that you get a smooth flowing yoga sequence, a vinyasa. So we'll begin. Hands on the waist or hands right at the hips. Either one is fine. And you're standing tall in Tadasana, shoulders down, feet pressing down, front and back. Loosen your knees up a little, and we'll begin like so. Inhale. This is my left arm up. And exhale, I'm leaning right. Inhale. And exhale, left arm down at shoulder height, the palm turns down and the hand comes to your hip. Now the right arm up, inhale and exhale. And inhale, and the arm lowers down, exhale. Now we're going to do a little bit of a back bend like we just did in Salute to the Sun. So palms facing each other, the arms parallel to each other, arms alongside the ears, firm the buttocks. Inhale, that little bit of a back bend, eyes can look up, but don't drop your head. And then we exhale and come forward. And this one, you will see, takes a little bit more movement. So you come up into star. So I'm stepping to the right, arms out at shoulder height. I'm going to pivot my feet around. The right foot points to the end of the mat. Left foot turns in slightly, and then I square my body to the front edge of the mat. So now we come into triangle. Breathe in and exhale. And fold with your hand inside of the leg. And depending on how you're built, depending how strong your legs are, you might want to turn your head and reach up. Or you can let your right ear look down and look straight ahead. Or you can look down to your hand. Whichever, because this requires some balancing. So I'm going to inhale up. Back into star. Now we go to my left. The feet pivot left. Toes of the left foot point toward the end of the mat. Right toes turned inward slightly. Square the body. Square your torso to the front of the mat. And then fold over into triangle, Trikonasana. Now leaving this arm up, come back to center. Your feet are spread far apart, palms facing each other, arms parallel. Now here's where we do a big pivot. We're going to turn to the right, facing the end of the mat. Toes of the foot are forward, right foot, left foot turned out. There's still a space between the 2 feet. It's not a straight line going through the feet. So here, drop the shoulders, look straight ahead. Breathe in and exhale. Hinge forward. And if you can't come all the way down, that's okay. And then sweep the arms out like giant wings. Bring the 2 palms toward each other. And here you pivot, turn 180 degrees. So you have to move your feet, work the left foot out towards the end of the mat, right foot turns outward slightly, and you inhale. And exhale, folding over. Inhale, sweep the arms out, palms face each other, turn back to center, and bring the right foot back into place. So that's one half of Salute to the Moon. Now we'll repeat it, but we favor the left side this time. So back in Tadasana, and inhale and exhale. Inhale, right arm down to the hip. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Both arms, inhale, slight back bend, bend the knees, step down or fold down, and then step to your left into star. The feet turn toward the left for triangle. Back into star. And the feet pivot right for triangle. Leave this left arm up. Come back to center and pivot all the way around to face the end of the mat. Breathe in and exhale and sweep your arms out. Bring the hands above your head. Turn back to center. Turn all the way to the other side. Breathe in and exhale. Inhale up to center. Bring the left foot back into Tadasana. Pause. Breathe. Let your body experience the results or effects of doing this particular vinyasa. So we'll go through it once more. Hands at the hips. When I teach this, I ask if people want me to talk the second time I do it, and usually they do. So I will continue guiding you. All right, so we favor the right side first. Breathe in and out, leaning right, in and out, and in and out, in, and arm down to the hip, out. Palms facing each other. Firm the buttocks, slight back bend. Bend all the way down. Take a step up to your right into star. And then turn the feet toward the right. Jut the hip left and fold over into triangle. Now, remember, your leg doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but you do want alignment. I like to look up because then I can reach and lift upward and really enjoy the benefits of this pose. And inhale back to center, feet forward, then they turn left, hip juts right and fold. And keep this right hand up. Left comes up, feet are forward. Turn all the way to the right for warrior. And then folding down, bring the arms out like giant wings. Palms face each other. Turn all the way to face the other end. Breathe in and exhale. And inhale up. Turn to the front. Take a step back into Tadasana. Pause. Breathe. And the second round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, center, and exhale. Inhale up, arch back, bend knees, step to the left, come up into star, pivot feet to the left. You can move them till you feel you're in the right alignment. Jut right and reach up, or look forward but still try to reach, and back to star. Feet pivot right Hip juts left. Fold into star and reach. Keep this hand up. Palms face each other. Turn all the way to the left. And exhale. Inhale up, sweeping the arms out. Turn to center. Turn all the way to the right. And exhale. And turn back to center and take a step in. So that's 2 rounds of Salute to the Moon. I hope you practice and enjoy that. We're going to take a short break from Cherry Blossom Yoga, and we're going to come back to a short period of relaxation, either in your chair, seated, or on the floor. We'll return in just a moment.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to Cherry Blossom Yoga. I hope you enjoyed Salute to the Sun, Salute to the Moon, and that you can include that in your practice. Thank you for joining me today. Take a moment to breathe deeply, eyes closed, hands at the heart if you like. Sit as tall as you can. If you're lying down, give yourself a good stretch. Now take a deep breath and let it out very slowly. Blow the air out as if you were blowing air into a straw. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth, blowing air into the straw, pulling your navel back towards your spine. Feel the shoulders sink and the shoulder blades as well. Feel the length of your neck. Allow your scalp to smooth, all your facial muscles to smooth. Your tongue floats in your mouth. Your breathing is soft and easy. Continue your deep breathing if you're able. Right now, it's time to say, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed class. I hope you're feeling wonderful and you can carry that feeling with you into your day, into your week, into your life. Namaste.